Yo, what is up, guys? It is the man in the can. It is Super Piggy Man here today playing some more Kenshi, and I got a nice video here for you guys. It will be a top 4 best base locations for y'all. And before I get into this video, this one's going to be more of an updated one because I know I've made one in the past and I felt like that one was really badly done. So I kind of want to make a newer one, and with my newer knowledge and with a lot of people that I asked, groups of people, and these are pretty much their answers. So for our number 4 spot, we got Vayne. Now, this place is good for a number of reasons, but this place would be more for like the beginner type of player, you know what I mean? So this place honestly offers a lot compared to the others on this list. Let's start with the first thing being that this place offers actual vendors in the area. This will help when you need help when you have character needs for like food or building or materials to start off. Also, look at who the vendors are, the Hive. This is even better because there are a handful of towns that can actually, store that sell limbs and all that good stuff. Now, don't get mistaken, those limbs that the Hive make are really shitty, and they should be used as a last resort. If you don't know how to make limbs, this is only good because now you don't have to worry or double think about engaging enemies. Like, now you can pursue enemies and all that stuff, and you won't have to worry about like, oh, I'm gonna have to not use this guy anymore because he has missing legs and there's no use for him, and I can't carry him all the way to across the map to get some prosthetics. But now let's get on to the other thing that makes this place good. The things that can train you up are very good, and what I mean by this are the NPCs and the animals in the area. Now, Beak things and bonedogs will train your troops up really good and really fast. There's a lot of them in this area, and mainly the Beak things will level you up really fast. The bonedogs are more of like, you're still like starting off and all that good stuff, but this will help you as soon as you start waging war or when you start going on bounty hunts. And the last thing that makes this place good is that there isn't any silly things that you have to do. Like in the HN, you have to have your holy flame or you'll get erased, or in the Shek where you have to pay tribute or fight them. And my most favorite one is the UC charging you a ridiculous amount of cats, and like you don't even have that many cats. It's like hard to get that many caps. Now that's what makes this place so good, is that there's not really a tribute. Maybe there might be some bandits in the area, maybe there's some like little thing that you have to do, but honestly there really isn't that type of tribute type of thing. Now onto our number 3 spot is Venge. Now I haven't really settled in this place. This is pretty much what I've heard of it, so this place is good for a number of reasons. Let's start with the most obvious, being that there is a beam of light that shoots out of the sky. Now this is very resourceful. If anybody tries raiding your base, they will most likely be met with a cooked fate pretty much. This place also offers a lot of resources, and like the Vayne, really isn't anything pesky. Maybe some bandits that raid you, but not really something that's like not handable. Now, as for how good you have to be to actually set this base up, is you have to be pretty good, maybe like a little bit before mid game, but like in that area. Now, recommendation for me is that you get up like pretty much a party of scallies, maybe a couple of them, and then you have get the resources to make the base, and boom, it'll be made. Now, just make sure you don't get hit by the beams and you'll be good. Why I say skeletons instead of humans and everything like that is because if you get your humans, they will actually get torched, or any type of humanoid, race. But the skeletons, there's something about them that doesn't, they don't get cooked. Well, I don't mean they don't get cooked, but they aren't affected by that. Anyways, now onto our number 2 spot is the Cannibal Plains. This is a very good area to settle. Let's start with some lesser reasons. One is that the place is fertile and there's a lot of resources. Now this is very good because you can actually farm here, and you can also make your own resources, making yourself self-sufficient. This place is like Venge and lacks vendors nearby, so you'll have to get the materials and travel here and make it a base. Another lesser reason is that there's a bunch of abandoned places nearby, so you can loot up those areas and might get some good gear out of there. Now, for one of the best reasons to live here is the cannibals themselves. They're like kind of a double-edged sword type of people. They will help make your troops become mid-game and even close to end-game characters, but they will also raid you and have raids against you because they don't like you, they want to eat you. So honestly, it really does help. And also the floatsome ninjas are in the area too, so you can probably go and talk to their faction if you're into dethroning the Holy Nation. But this place is honestly really good because it is a double-edged sword, and it is pretty much one of the best double-edged swords you can have. But there's also the fact that there is a Meitu, or weapon made by Khost, pretty much in the area, and it can be yours once you slay someone, also known as the Cannibal Wizards. The cannibals will quickly level up your characters, no problem. So it's a good reason to choose this place if you're, if you're kind of new and you want to have like a little bit more of a challenge. This is kind of a little bit more of a challenging area to do. But before our number one spot, I want to say that Bonefields would have made this list, but to be honest, it's not that good of an area as a lot of people say it is. And just traveling there as an adventure itself, I'm kind of going to contradict myself for this number one spot. But for this number one spot, it's more for people that are way more adept. But honestly, Bonefields just didn't make it because it doesn't have one resource that you really do need, which is copper, and it has abundance of iron, but it just doesn't have that much stone either, and the fertility there kind of sucks too. And also on top of that, it's in UC land, and who wants to pay that many cats for that many drawbacks? But anyways, let's get into our number one spot, which will be the Leviathan Coast. Now this place is good for a number of reasons. Let's start with the animals that will help you level up fast. So just like Vayne, this place has animals that will level you up fast, like I don't think there's bonedogs, but there's raptors, beak things, and leviathans. Now you should probably avoid leviathans until you're close to end game. You should try to fight the raptors when you're in, you're barely starting off and you're kind of trying to level up your character. You should probably start off by fighting raptors and then move up to beak things. And once some of your characters can solo beak things, then you move up to leviathans. But this will literally prepare you to fight Cannibal. There is one bad thing about this place, and it's just the journey to get there to Leviathan Coast, but it's honestly worth it. You'll just need a little bit of developed characters that'll be able to make it. I mean, you would also need a lot of money just to get the resources to, pretty much start base, and also the food, because, it's going to be a long journey. Like, trust me when I say it's going to be a long journey there, because you have to get through, I think, the Fog Islands, the Shrieking Forest, the Cannibal Plains, the Iron Trail. So you have to get through a number of terrains before you actually get there. But it's going to be one of the best locations that you can actually settle. Now, you're also going to need to store up on research books. Now, this is going to be one of the things that also draw it back, is that you're going to have to go back all the way to just get research books. And it kind of sucks, but, it's kind of, it doesn't really matter if, you stay in a area or you pretty much just buy a house in a town and you research everything that you need to and then go and set it up. That's honestly the best idea that you can do with this place. But this place also offers a lot of good resources. It offers copper. Not that much of it, but it offers a good amount to where you can make electronics. It offers iron, a lot of it. It offers stone, a lot of it. It offers water, a lot of it. It offers even fertility, and I think fertility is at 100%. So that means your crops will actually grow good, and you can actually have a lot of farms. And you can also be self-sufficient. That's what's so good about this place, because now you're not going to have to go all the way back and buy more materials and come all the way back. So this place can also be really, really self-sufficient. But it's also like a really good looking place too. It's really good looking. So the weather is good too. There's not a lot of deep buffer weather. So anyways, if you guys did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and peace.